Right, we're in the middle of taking my mother-in-law, Nanai, to the Barangay, and she's going to have her blood pressure taken. She suffers from high blood pressure and she hasn't been feeling that great, so we're taking it along. And that noise you can hear in the background is other people who are here for various services, and they're all having a good time and gossiping about everybody else, I guess. So we're going to go into that yellow building and see if we can find Nanai and see how she's doing, okay? So you can see there's lots of women with babies and men who have brought them on their motorcycles, and we're going to go. Well, here's my mother-in-law, and it looks like we might even be too late. So,
Kumusta? Paano hapon? May kabisaya ni siya.
what is your name?
Juan.
Joanne. My name is Terence. And this is my wife, Beth. And now you're on candid camera.
Magwapa na tani.
Right, no, not really. Not really. We've come to see how Nanai goes. This is my mother. So we come to see. Are you going to take a blood pressure?
Yeah.
So
It's normal 128 over 91.
So you've taken it already?
Yeah. Oh,
How's she doing?
okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
His BP was 128 over 91. It's normal.
That's not too bad.
It's normal.
So she can walk home.
Oh!
And is this your son?
Ano?
How about this little one here?
Daughter of kanana ang bookkeeper.
Right. Oh, okay. So have you been busy today?
Not so.
Not everybody with high blood pressure?
Yesterday, there is.
Okay, well, why don't you check my blood pressure?
Okay.
While I'm here.
You have been rest?
Do I
Rest.
have one?
Yes. Okay ra? Okay ra? Baka... Wala siya kung baida. Dinanan mo no?
Oh, diha rami ma'am.
Whoa, Marvin. There's no guesswork here.
Wala. $109/68. So,
So when I live, can I
are you
walk
okay?
home?
Are you okay?
68.
Oh,
So is this is good, yeah?
it's a normal.
No, no one's ever called me normal. So this is a first. Well, are you ready, Nanai?
Yeah.
Are you finished?
Finish.
Isn't it? Are you able to help in any way? But what we're talking about is young teenage girls who have a relationship and then because there's no, is there contraception available?
Oh yeah.
There is now. But can they afford it?
You can afford that because
Is it free? It's free, so they could get free contraception, but I guess they're Perhaps
But
they're
in our society, we are Catholic. There's no, it's not an
It's not approved.
It's not
It's
approved in a
disapproved.
Catholic.
So it's discouraged. So therefore, I'm guessing that the girls would be shy about coming forward and admitting that they were having sexual relationships with their boyfriend. That probably is it. It's probably true, is it? So then they end up here, getting help here.
I think there is a big with the parents. We should be counsel with the parents. Then the child also. Maybe they are lack of attention to the parents.
Lack of parental input and control. So then that's when you end up with a child with a child. Where it's only a child that has a child. So you have a child with a child. Or worse, a child with children. I mean, the last time I came, I saw a very young girl who looked as if she might only be 16. And she had a tiny baby, and she looked like she was expecting another.
It's a big problem.
That would be difficult. Difficult for the parents, especially if the
Especially
parents...
they're sila mismo kapag
Selling it more is what?
It's also for the kids, they're not responsible. They're not.
No, I didn't hear you say.
No, they're also aside from the parents' parental is also, I think it's also the influence of other friends, the influence of the society now, especially in the television, and even in the social media, where you can open what site you want, what even if it's not allowed for you, you can watch whatever you want.
Oh, I see. So there's no control over the kind of
Yeah.
programming that you're watching or
Yeah,
the child
which is-
is watching. And when we say child, 18 is the age of consent. So if the child before the age of 18 is able to watch all kinds of permissive or even promiscuous kind of programming, then they're influenced by that. And then, once again, they end up with a child and no husband. Very, very difficult. And I guess the parents, being Roman Catholic, are ashamed of that happening. So maybe these young girls end up with no support from parents.
The family will support no choice.
So they end up being parents again
Parents again.
with a small child. Of course, small children, any child in the Philippines is actually welcome once any shame or anything like that is gone. Then you have the child and the beauty of the child, and everybody would love that child. Is this difficult for you to talk about?
Very difficult.
Yeah, in the Philippines, even though Filipinos speak very good English, they have what is known as the nosebleed, which they get embarrassed about their English quite needlessly, because their English is usually much better than they think. And then there's the mores of their society, like for Joanne, she's finding it difficult to talk about promiscuity and stuff that you can see on television. Is that correct? According to your faith, according to the Catholic faith, which is another thing. But we won't embarrass Joanne anymore. We'll let her go back to being comfortable again and stop squirming in the seat. and we say goodbye for now. This is our visit to the Barangay Health Assistance Center for Nanay. This is a foreigner living in the Philippines saying goodbye. Thanks. First, we just got back. We just got back from going to the Barangay and speaking to Joanne,
Yeah.
who was talking about the early pregnancy with teenagers. Was there something you wanted to say about that?
I think it's here in the Philippines, especially because we're Catholic, the majority of the religious group here is Catholic, so they are not in favor into contraceptive, they are not into educating people to use some precautions.
Precautions.
Right? Yeah, precautions so that not to be having pregnant. But you can buy pills, condom, or any in the drugstore, And
So
then
all of that is freely it is actually freely available.
it's available. You just bought it.
Right.
There, and I think in the health center also,
But
it's just-
Joanne said it was free.
Yeah, it's free in the center. It just happened that I think the reason also of early pregnancy here in the Philippines is because I think, as I said, it's also influence, friends influence, especially that's why it's better as a parents that you should know who are the friends of your daughter or your son, so that you would be aware of on how you educate your son or your daughter. That's another thing. And also, as I said, in the internet, you can open anything in the internet and YouTube, it's not just like that. So it needs a parental guidance, always be close to your children, so that there would be an open communication. There's no secret, and your children will be open up to you on what's going on. If something, and be always tell your kids about things that possible. It leads them into on that thing that this always be advised to them.
All right, so let's be honest. Let's be honest now. How much of what you've just said are we preaching and doing? Are we doing what we preach? We have children,
Yeah.
and are we telling them of the dangers? I know that they're probably a little bit too early, but
Yeah, they're too early for it. But I'm always like, for example, in the television, because there are some, they're open, they can watch television, right? Wherever what time they want. But I always tell Taliklik and Balolot not to watch those, like for example, kissing scene or love scene in the television, And I always tell them, don't watch that. It's not for the kids, Because that's also the reason why teenager wanted to try it, because they're in their mind, it's like an opening of their mind of what they're doing, So that's how it is.
okay.
So I think the only secret is just always be in your children, Always be close to them and build a relationship with them.
All right.
And yes, every one of us is not perfect. So those teenager who just got pregnant they just in love, but they just love. Their love is not in the right time,
Timing is everything.
Yeah, the timing is not good,
Right.
So that's how it is. That's my opinion.
Okay. Thank you.